This is a Cincy fan talking with LP. You can catch me on Twitter. That's a Cincy fan talking. You say it like it sounds, just leave off the G. If you have ideas for the show, you can reach me at Cincy_fan_talk at yahoo.com. If you have any suggestions for the show, make sure you leave them there. Who knows, you might find yourself as part of the show. Any feedback would be definitely appreciated. And also, make sure you hit the Linktree page that's on my Twitter. Make sure you click on that. You can find all the different ways to contact me there. Enjoy the show. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of a Cincy fan talking with LP, and this is, of course, LP. Appreciate y'all coming past and stopping through for another episode. You could be doing anything, spending your time doing whatever in this. I guess we can still call it quarantine, even though people not really, doing that or whatever. But y'all kind of kicking it with me, so 100% appreciate that. Got a lot of stuff to get through, got a lot of stuff to get to. As always, make sure you get to the Linktree, click through all those causes, donate if you can, share it if you must. Please do that. I would 100% appreciate that, as always. We'll be dropping a promo in a little bit from the homies Dreppin' Stone. Real cool guys, so listen to that promo. They'll be dropping their stuff every Wednesday, so appreciate if you could listen to them. Really would appreciate that. So, RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, passed away last weekend. Real messed up stuff. She was a real trooper. She tried to stick it out to the end. She really did. I mean, she was working hard. I mean, she had all types of illnesses, and she was still holding it down in the Supreme Court. I mean, working hard. I remember seeing a skit with her on Stephen Colbert, and she had like a mean little workout regimen. My wife showed me the clip, actually. Like, it was funny just seeing her working as hard as she was, like doing a workout routine and everything. Like, she was a real live trooper, and she will be missed. Now, not even really talking politically. I believe we all kind of get that, but no matter what part of the aisle you stood on, you really got to appreciate what she put in for her causes. Like, you really have to appreciate that. The work that she gave and how she uplifted women, and I would say men as well, because you can look at what she did and you can pull from her strength and pull from that in your field of expertise. You really can. She became an icon and like a cult figure, and that's hard to do no matter what field you happen to be working in. So she'll definitely be missed. And the messed up part about all this is now you can see that the Republican Party is really nothing but a major power grab. Like, they really are. And it's weird. I said this before. I feel like I tweeted this before, but I really appreciate somebody like a John McCain in times like this. Like, I really do. And people can say the stuff that they said about John McCain before. They can say how, he was this, that, and the third, about how he used to be. And I get that, You can't really erase somebody's past. Their past is always there. You can work hard to be who you want to be in the future, but your past is always there. It is. But if you really look back at the Republican Party now could have been this back when John McCain ran for president against Barack Obama. Like, think about it. If you really think back to 2008 when McCain was running against Obama, there was a brief time period when John McCain was slowly getting pulled into what's happening right now. Like the divisiveness you're seeing right now, he was slowly getting pulled into that. You kind of remember, I don't know, like, if people remember what the rallies looked like when John McCain was running for president, but they were slowly but surely delving into what you're seeing now with Trump rallies. I mean, you see the Trump rallies. People see those rallies. People don't want to wear a mask. People are yelling stuff like "lock her up," 12 more years, like all types of divisive stuff. If you look at the McCain rallies when he was with Sarah Palin, you could hear like one person yelling crazy stuff about Barack Obama. And then you could hear 2 or 3 people yelling crazy stuff about Barack Obama. Oh, he wasn't born here. Just crazy stuff. And you remember like one old white lady popping up, just running off at the mouth, just saying crazy stuff. If you watch the Sarah Palin movie, or it might have been like the John McCain movie, I don't remember. It's one of those movies. She was like standing up and saying all this crazy stuff. McCain shut her down. He shut her down. He was like, you know what? Barack Obama's a fine man. He's a good person. We just don't agree. We just don't see eye to eye politically. That's what he said to her. And from that moment on, the tone of the campaign changed. It was like everybody saw each other as people. We don't have that now. Like, you don't have that shit now. But you had it then. You had it then in 2008. But John McCain changed the face of that entire political climate. He changed the face of what the Republican Party could have been 12 years ago. He changed the entire climate. Honestly, he cost himself the election. He could have cost himself the election then. If you look at what's happening now, the divisiveness may have given him the election. I mean, just look at now. The Republican Party is kind of feeding off of that divisiveness, which is kind of crazy because it's a power grab. It's really all about power. But McCain was like, I don't want it that way. He's like, I just don't want it that way. And if you think about it, it's really about who you are as a person. Like, how do you want to win? Is it more important to win? Or is it more important for you to win the right way? Which one is more important? Is winning at all cost the end all be all? Or does it matter how you win? And I feel like for McCain, it was like, I care how I win. It's cool to win. I really want to win. But how I win is very important. I respect that. I really do. Him being a Republican, I don't really rock with Republicans. I just don't. But I respect him as a person because he cared how he won. Like, as a coach, I care how I win. There will be times like me as a coach, like as a basketball coach, I would see that like the ball went out on my team. but the referee called it out on the other team. And I'd be like, no, ref, that went out on us. And my team would be like, Coach Parker. I'd be like, nah, I don't want it like that. It's cool. And my team would be like, okay. Because I don't want to win like that. I don't want to cheat to win. I just don't. I want my wins fair and square. When I beat you, I want to feel like I beat you the right way. I just do. That's just how I am. And I feel like there are a lot of people in this world, they feel like I do. I honestly feel like Trump is not one of those people. And when you get to the core of it, that's what I don't respect about him. I just don't. Like, he does not care how he gets the job done. 200,000 people dying, whatever. I'm just trying to win. Black and white people fighting against each other, who's voting for me? And it's just something I can't respect. And now when you see this whole fiasco where you're trying to get the 6th Supreme Court judge just pushed in for you, it's sickening to the point where I know a lot of people are like, you know what? What's the point of voting? And this is the time where you gotta be like, this is where you really, truly have to vote. This is where the vote really, truly matters. And not just for the president. And at this point, this should be truly clear. Not just for the president, but for all those other races as well. The Senate seat, the House of Representatives seats, those sheriff seats, all the way down. You shouldn't be skipping where you're voting at this point, because it all matters. A lot of people will tell you like, hey, it doesn't really matter, it's whatever. But from what we're seeing in America, all of this stuff matters. It all matters. So you should definitely be voting. Vote. If 2020 hasn't taught you anything, it should have taught you a couple of things. Wash your hands and vote. I mean, that's basically what you should have gotten out of 2020. Wash your hands and vote. Just saying. So we're going to jump into this promo. We're going to let the homies Dripping Stone talk to you about what they do. So we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Nick.
And Kyle.
From the Dripping Stone Podcast, your favorite podcast about drinks and stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of drinks. That's what we're here for. We know that you have a lot of options, but we hope that you give Dripping Stone a listen.
Look through our topics. There's definitely something there for you. Dripping Stone, DREP, and Stone. Come find us, like us, we'll like you. High fives all around.
Absolutely. Well, socially distant high fives.
Right.
Air fives.
Air fives all around.
Absolutely. We hope to see you there.
Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it.
You can check out the Dripping Stone podcast every Wednesday. I'm trying to drink like them, and you can always catch a good conversation on that podcast. So definitely check them out. We got a question answered last week as well. We've been asking our kids this question for a very long time, and the Big Ten answered this question for us. If all your friends jumped off a bridge, or if all your friends decided to, I don't know, jump off a cliff or whatever, would you? The Big Ten answered yes. That's basically what happened. I mean, in a nutshell. Because apparently the Big Ten is playing football again, even though absolutely nothing changed. I mean, what has changed between when they first said they weren't playing football and now? I don't see it. I don't see anything that's changed. the test that they're saying that's available now, from what I can tell, these same tests were available before. And I'm pretty sure that they could afford these tests. I mean, I'm looking down the roster of the Big Ten schools, very affluent schools. I mean, I graduated from one of them, so I know this for a fact. I mean, we had a power grab from the Republicans, and it looks like a money grab from the Big Ten. And I get it. Like I get it. You know, there's a lot of things that work. You know, you have people's jobs on the line. You got kids that they really want to play. You have NFL contracts that they're looking for, and I get that. And in some cases, you have sports funding on the line, because a lot of these schools, their sports funding is tied on playing football. And if they don't play football, a lot of the smaller sports, that's where the funding's from. I understand all of this. But the main thing is this. If it wasn't safe before, what made it safe now? What changed? And I'll tell you what changed. It's easy to see. The SEC is playing. The ACC is playing. The Big 12 is playing. So the Big Ten is like, hey, we should play too. But here's the thing. Just because they're playing doesn't make it safe. If you decided that it was unsafe before, feel free to stick to your guns. You're not going to be popular, but if you feel like you're making a good decision, you got to stand strong in that. And people were saying, oh, well, you're not being a good leader because you decided not to play. Who's saying that they're good leaders on the other side because they did decide to play? I mean, I just don't get it. What makes it safe for all of the players to play, but then it's unsafe for all of the kids to go into class? I do not understand this. It makes no sense to me. How is one safer than the other? And to me, it's really all about money. It all boils down to the dough. It really does. I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and speculate that it's about the money. But if you just look around, you can tell that it is. I talk about sports mainly on the podcast. So you can tell that I'm not just sitting here going like, oh, well, you just don't want them to play. I'm simply calling it how I see it. Like, as an educator that likes sports, if we're saying that it's unsafe for them to be in class, then it has to be unsafe for them to play. I feel like we're just trying to have it both ways as a society in general. And I just hope it doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Because we want our cake and we want to eat it too. But at some point, probably in the fall and the winter, there's going to have to come a reckoning. There's going to have to. All of this can't happen like this. We can't require football like this without repercussions. I mean, I just don't see it happening. I mean, if you look at the slate of college games that have been canceled, I counted at least 15. Definitely more than 10. I mean, we can't say that it's completely working. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What I'm hoping is that it's done safely. It has to be done safely. We have to keep the student athletes' interest as far as safety in mind. Like, it has to be done correctly, because if it's not done correctly, then we're going to pay for it as a society in the long run. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. So I feel like the safest way to do it is to not play. And I feel like the Big Ten was on that road, and then they just kind of hit a hard turn because all their down south brethren was like, yeah, we're playing, forget that. and I don't know, like, sometimes I just don't get America. Like, I say that a lot on this podcast. Like, I just don't get America. Like, we want everything, but we don't want to pay for it. Like, we don't want to do what's necessary to get the things that we want. And I feel like it's like that with this as well. And we're not looking down the road. Like, what are the long-term repercussions from doing this? And it's like, football's on television. Woohoo, yay. What about long-term benefits? It's like nobody's thinking of that. So I just hope we decide to do this the right way. And I hope the Big Ten didn't jump the gun because they didn't want to look bad because everybody else decided to play football. So, I mean, that's my main thing on that. Like, I just hope they're making the right decision because I felt like they made the right decision the first time. Like, maybe it wasn't the right idea to play. But you know what? Maybe because they waited so long to play and they had to cut their season short, maybe it'll end up being for the best. I don't know. We'll see. I don't even want to. I'm scratching talking about the PlayStation. I don't even want to get into talking about the PS5. I'm still upset talking about the Sony PlayStation debacle. I'm at peace with it now. I'm good waiting until January. I came to grips with it. I'm cool with it. So it's whatever at this point. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tip out on this note. If you a teacher, if you virtually teaching, or if you in the classroom teaching, big ups to you. It's been a struggle out here. It's I've been virtually teaching for about 3 weeks now. There's been ups, there's been downs. Kids been getting kicked off of their Wi-Fi service. It's been tough trying to find kids, try to get them on. But there's been like glimmers of kids like really liking to be on the service. We've been having good times, bad times. So keep up with it. Just hang in there. The kids really want to be in class, like they really do. Whether it be virtual or whether it be like in your physical classroom, they really want to be there. So I say just stick with it. Like, it may not feel like it, but like, we're doing what we need to do. So if you're listening and you're a teacher, hang in there, keep doing your thing, because it's tough. Definitely tough. Like, in this house, we know, we feel your pain, all of us in here. So just keep with the good fight. The LP household, we in there with you strong. So keep holding it down. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and roll out. Definitely catch up with us. We here every Tuesday. And as always, life is good. Y'all be easy. If you're not ready for the conversation to end, I'm not either. Make sure to catch me on Twitter. That's a Cincy fan talking. Leave off the G at the end of it, and we can keep the conversation going. Also, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next episodes. The episodes will drop every Tuesday. If there's a change in that, I'll make sure to let you know. Appreciate the support. As always, life is good.
Bye.